perceptions may not be reality. So this is what people are thinking about you. It may not represent what you truly are. But here is another important thing. They are as important as reality. So perceptions could be that somebody is really capable, but probably doesn't speak much in meetings, and that's why their knowledge is not on display, and hence the perception is that they don't have as much subject matter expertise. Or because somebody doesn't speak up much in the meetings, the perception could be that they don't have the required leadership capabilities, which may also not be true because the person may have phenomenal leadership capabilities. And I think these perceptions get formed. Again, they may not be reality, but this is what people are thinking about you and making decisions based on that. They get created by the fact that because of all your external behaviors. So it doesn't necessarily depend on what your internal thought process is, or how do you go about solving problems, or how do you think about things. They get absolutely created on what's on display. So your communications, either written or verbal, your non-verbal cues. Did you jump into a situation which was urgent, and did you jump into it right away, or did you take time to jump into that situation? The way you answer questions, the way you express confidence. So it really depends on all your outward cues that you're constantly giving, whether it's at home or workplace. Even your kids are forming perception about you and your rest of family. So really it's all about what's on display and what you're showing to the outer world. Sometimes just simply asking is the best way to kind of figure out. You can tell what people are thinking about you, the way they respond to you in meetings, when your kids are responding to you at the dining table. The boss, the way he is giving you, whether he's giving you meaty or she's giving you meaty responsibilities or not, I think that is a sort of indirect way of testing the perceptions. But I think it's always good to just go and ask, and not just ask from your superiors, but also ask from your peers, ask from your teams, ask from your kids, ask from your mother-in-law, right, as to what do they think about you. If you have friends who are close to you, it's a great time to confide and just find out as to what kind of signals are you sending. Some of them could be something that you always expected, and I guarantee you a couple of them will surprise you, and you probably did not know that you were sending those signals outwards. Right, first of all, you have to really determine as to how much stock you want to put into that perception. Is it individual? Is it isolated? Is it that one incident that happened, right? So I would say assess the situation, don't put too much stock in it if you don't need to. Then second one is if you sort of confirm that, you know what, this is not a one-off thing, it does exist, right? There could be two ways about it. One is it could be reality, right? It could be that you are perceived to be not responsive, maybe because you don't respond to emails on timely manner. It could be something like that, and you have to deeply think about it as to how you're going to change your behaviors in order to make sure that you really correct that behavior, because that's a great feedback mechanism to get and improve yourself. And the third thing is it could be perception, and it could be minor tweaks you could do in order to negate that perception. And I would say when there is a negative perception out there and you want to make a positive impact, go all out. I mean, don't shy away at that time. So if there is a perception that you speak less at the meeting, and when I say, or you don't speak enough, or you don't express your thoughts, when I say go all out, I don't mean that you monopolize every meeting now that you go to. But I think when I say go all out, what I mean is really prepare before the meeting, right? Figure out which are your important meetings. So there will be a lot of homework in such cases. So figure out what are your important meetings. Do homework, right? Read up before the meeting. And maybe you pick those 2 or 3 really key points where you speak up, say something original, right? And that will need a lot of work. But do it consistently, right? Meeting after meeting. So hence I would say just go after it. If you figure out that there is a perception that you need to negate, it will take energy, but I think it will be well worth it. I think we have to ask ourselves a question, are we truly comfortable in our skin? Do we really believe in what we are doing? Are we doing things, whether it is at home or with our career, at workplace? are we doing that because we feel that is the right thing to do, or we just feel like those are the right things to say, or that's the right thing to do in the society? Because sometimes, and maybe this is too fundamental or too deep, but I just feel like sometimes when there are those differences, there is maximum possibility for perceptions to come in. And I want to make a women-specific comment here, that sometimes maybe we ourselves are not convinced that our careers are helping our lives. And so we are going into our careers half-heartedly. And then when we are doing that, then that is visible to other people. And then they are forming the perceptions that, hey, you're only half-hearted in this. And, there is nothing wrong in saying that I'll put only 50% at work. There is absolutely nothing wrong. But then you also should expect only 50% of the results. So when we have those gaps in what we are putting in, what our expectations are, or what we think is the right thing to do, but we are kind of compromising in thinking that, this is what the society expects out of me, or this is what the company expects out of me, or my home expects out of me. And hence I'm going to do something different, which doesn't feel natural to me, but I'm just going to keep doing it. I think those gaps bring these perceptions. And then I think you really need to go deep and think as to, is this what I really believe in? What is it that, am I giving my whole self? And you may have to correct those, which is, like I said, deeper, but that's what is probably going through my mind.